What up, friends?
What up, world? It's your boy Jimbo.
I'm that guy Joe, and we are back for an Obot short brew review.
Brew review.
I'm gonna fucking check our levels again. What beer are we doing first, brother?
Let's
Minimal bullshit, much beer drinking.
let's start with the one we know the least about. Let's start with that British mild.
Turn your mic a little bit. Let me make sure I get you right.
British mild.
Other way.
British mild. British mild.
I think dead on this part.
Dead on.
Yeah, there you go.
There we are.
Ooh, there we are. There's the levels.
There's the sweet. Is that the G spot?
I don't. Oh, it's the S spot. The what? You gotta ask.
You have to ask, big man. You can't afford it.
Yeah, we should get back to the point where we both got the headphones set up. But
Yeah.
you know, honestly, it's a weird thing because I feel more like we're locked into the audio when you have headphones on.
Yeah.
So I know why like some of the big timers do it, but also I feel more like just organic, like we're just hanging out bullshit conversation without them because I'm not paying as much attention to how I sound.
It's an interesting mix.
When I'm in the headphones, I'm paying attention to how we sound.
But then we don't have this where we cut each other off like that. It has that interesting mix though. Like it's weird. I agree. It's
Happy
more,
balance.
we're more orgasmic.
Nah, buddy, there's no taking away the orgasmic energy. Think what you fucking will.
Do you want some beer, ASMR? Do you need to jerk off to two guys talking about beer? Don't let this make it too weird for you. All right.
Obot OnlyFans. We would
see my feet.
Dude, we would have bears upon bears.
Bears upon bears.
And
we
we
watched-
would have the biggest bear fans that there is.
have
You
you
think
watched,
Two Bears, One Cave has some fucking fans? Oh,
have
we
you
would
watched?
have all the bear
Have
fans.
you watched the TED TV show?
No, I haven't checked it. We
Okay.
had it on at the bar the other night, but we were closing up. I didn't get to actually pay attention.
So-
I saw a couple of funny parts. I saw these fuckers smoking weed out of a can,
So
and I started laughing my
there's
ass off, dude.
I won't give anything away, but there is an episode where like a character appears, they come out as gay, and at the end of the episode, they're like, "Oh, so they're in Massachusetts. They're like just outside of Boston. They're in a Boston suburb,
Boston.
and the character goes, "You know what? I think I'm gonna head to P-Town and really explore myself." For those of you that don't know, this is kind of a deep cut Massachusetts Boston thing. So the very, very tip of Cape Cod, the arm of Massachusetts, that hook arm, is called
It's got a hook in it.
is called Provincetown or P-Town.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And
That's
during the
that,
summer.
that fucking movie that I love so. The Town.
No.
I thought that was Provincetown.
No, that's not Provincetown.
No?
That is something
Oh.
different. Provincetown is literally, if you look at Massachusetts, that fucking hook arm,
Yeah.
the very tip. That's a town. That's like Orange. That's a different town in Massachusetts.
Oh, okay.
That's more close to Boston.
What movie has Provincetown though? Because that's
I don't
in my
know.
head associated
But
with the movie. That's weird.
Provincetown
Huh.
is the very tip of Cape Cod, and it's like the Key West of the Northeast.
Oh, okay. I got you.
During the summer, it is a gay town to the point where, and I've told this story before, when my ex Jess and I were together, and
Yes.
we lived in Cape Cod.
Shout out to Jess.
We had lunch. We went out and we spent the day in Provincetown, and we drove back. We were having lunch, like we had a long lunch at a restaurant in Provincetown, and I remember delicious lobster mac and cheese, fucking
Ooh, baked?
and, yes.
Oh,
And towards the end of lunch, like we're getting like our desserts or whatever. We literally sat there for like 2 hours and just had like an incredible meal.
fuck yeah.
And the server like puts his hand gently on my shoulder and he goes, "Hey, I know you're here with your woman, so I'm not like hitting on you, but
I love that.
I just want to tell you, you would absolutely kill it on Bear Week here." And there are signs all over the place for Bear Week, Leather Week. They have like Bear Week, Leather Week, SNL, like all this different shit.
You're like, what the fuck is Gator Week?
And let me tell you, as a straight man, having a gay man say, you would absolutely kill it at Bear Week, was the single greatest compliment I've ever had in my entire life. I was like, hey man,
nuts tingle a little
I was
bit.
like, hey man, I don't float that way, but I really fucking appreciate
But like,
that.
I'm kind of turned on by
Like,
you right now.
thank you. So it was something where I got the again. You have to. That's the thing is like it's a deep Massachusetts cut, and he's from Seth MacFarlane is a Massachusetts guy.
Yeah.
So like it's a deep cut.
That's
So
true.
where like if you know, you know, but if you don't, you're like, what? I don't. So when he said P-Town, I lost my shit. And Sarah's like,
fucking
why,
P-Town, Johnny.
Why are you laughing so hard? I go, that's where I was told I would kill it at Bear Week. And my parents know what P-Town is because we, like, again, I grew up in Boston until I was 10 years old. So my parents know what P-Town is. Her, like, when I moved out there with Jess, her parents didn't know what fucking Provincetown was, didn't know it was a gay town. Like, if you're from the Midwest, you're not going to know. You're not going to know what Provincetown or P-Town is. But if you grew up out there, you know what it fucking is.
It's for the gays.
It's for the gays.
All right, bro. I'm gonna let you tell them about this one because I
What
want
do we
you
got?
to read
What
the
do we got
details.
here? We got
Bluewood.
Bluewood Brewing. Born
Shout out to
and
Bluewood.
brewed, Benton Park.
Cherokee.
1821 mild. English style dark mild. Engineered artisan ales.
Here we go.
Brewed and packaged by Bluewood Brewing, St. Louis, Missouri. Keep cold drink fresh and please enjoy responsibly. Only 3.9% alcohol. There's not a lot of information on this can.
This feels like one of those old world European brews where it was
Yeah.
like, hey, we can't drink our water and we're not trying to get hammered all the time.
Right.
Let's go a little bit lighter. But it smells beautiful though. I'm a big fan of English browns, and I think that's what this is.
Oh, buddy, you're going to love this. Because I do.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's beautiful. There's nothing about it that feels like it's a weak beer. Because for me, you're under 5%, I'm going to call you a weak beer.
And that...
But weak is in ABV, not in flavor. This flavor...
It's got so much malt to it, but
it's
what I love, and I got to get this out before you interject, is that it's got a shitload of malt, but sometimes that malt will linger a little too long, and it's unwelcome to where just like your mouth is covered in malt flavor.
Yeah.
This dissipates so quickly with that heavy malt.
I like that it doesn't say anything about toasted or roasted, but it has it has a robust flavor, like when you have a roasted malt. A roasted malt brew.
And yet again, it doesn't linger too long. It doesn't overstay its welcome.
Normally,
it's not your cousin Eddie that's staying for a month. It's just staying for the weekend.
What's really nice is that normally, if you have a brew that's this light in ABV, it's gonna taste and feel very, very light. But I think because this is such a malt-rich brown ale, it's like a light brown.
Yeah, and
it's not light in body because it's so malty.
Again, this is not your cousin Eddie. It's not showing up on the 1st and leaving on the 30th. It's showing up Saturday morning and leaving Sunday evening.
Look at her
I
color.
love this.
Her color's beautiful. And I don't know if you fuckers can see it, but oh Jesus! But the lace on this. Forgot this table moves. I almost just brought the whole world down. But the lace is incredible.
You want to grab one corner and just kind of
oh, wait. Here we go. Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
I'm lucky I didn't smash the whole world on us. I forgot they couldn't support weight. But yeah, the lace is great. It's very strong. It's weird for me to have a full body, malty, dark beer that's that light and low ABV, but at the same time, it makes me kind of excited because I'm like, dude, I love a good English brown. This beer won't get me in that much trouble.
I have kind of fallen in love with
I'm like, what the fuck? It's like brown ale light?
Kind of like that.
What? It's like an LITE.
Kind of like that Norse pagan woman up on the TV right now.
Oh, she's amazing. That's got to be some AI shit.
I have fallen in love.
Real. That's not real. There's no way. But this, no, dude.
I'm ready to throw it all away for this lady.
Right. That little hint of blue on the makeup, right?
And I don't mean the lady on the TV. I'm talking about this right here.
No, it's so fucking good, man.
No, it's.
You know what? It's light in ABV, and it's not going to get. You're going to drink 2 of these and not be fucked up.
You're going to drink 4 of these and not be fucked up.
That's true. That's true. And that's kind of wild and weird and a little bit weak, but at the same time, it's been a minute since I've had a brew that as soon as it touched the lips, I was like,
if it's that flavor, and here's the thing, if it's that flavorful, I don't care what your ABV is.
That's true.
You know,
I mean, I care a little bit, but not to the point where I want to go get 2 4-packs of this right now.
So I care to the extent that I am a borderline alcoholic, and if you give me an NA beer...
I am a clinical alcoholic.
And if you give me an NA beer and I have 6 of them and I don't know they're NA beers, I'm going to get a little pissed off after number 5 or 6 where I'm like, well, I don't feel shit. You give me this beer, it does have alcohol in it. You're not really going to feel it after number 3. You might be like, yeah, I mean, I know I've drank 3 beers, but you're not going to be feeling it that much. I am digging this, the flavor...
I love it. It's
incredible.
Great.
The roast, the malt, the everything.
But we're gonna need to let it sit. We need to do another one. We got too many beers, man.
Let's move on. Move on.
This is so about short. We're talking too much. We're bullshitting too much. We're here to drink beer and fuck around. We're gonna fuck around and find out because we keep bringing it up. Deep Sleep Collab. I'm gonna give it to him. We keep bringing this up. If you didn't catch episode 108, please go back, listen. YouTube, Spotify, episode 108. We briefly mentioned that we had bought those beers at the Beer and Bourbon House, formerly known as
Brothers Bourbon.
No, formerly known as Beer Sauce Shop.
Yeah, what is it?
Now it's
Bourbon.
the Brothers Beer and Bourbon House.
There you go.
And we're gonna set something up with the Triple B to go back out there to the one out in Baldwin. We did the episode for One Beer at a Time. But Steve is still the man. Yeah, so we did the OBOT 1 beer at a time on the road at Beer Sauce Baldwin, and we're going to go back and do the Beer Bourbon House. But so they rebranded, they changed their name, but it's still the same great owner, same fucking great selection. So I had to stop by and pick something up. So this is from Deep Sleep. This is, I know it's at least the second, if not the third, small batch brew that he's done in collab with Deep Sleep Brewing Co. So, they're out of Washington, Missouri. This is Dragon Cereal Imperial Stout. They say stout beer aged in Barton's barrels. Ooh, Barton's bourbon. With brown sugar and dates added.
Dates could add a nice subtle sweetness.
You know our boy Mike, our mead master, our spearhead leader of our mead group, says that dates are just perfect sugar nuggets for fermentation.
Yeah.
They don't add much flavor, but they add a beautiful amount of sugar.
Oh, look at that fucking dark color.
And that pour. Both times. Sometimes you just got to get aggressive, friends. That hit just right. Look at that.
That's like you hit
Look at
the
the
wine.
rising. Oh, shit.
That's
I'm
like
so
you
glad
hit
y'all are here
wine.
for this.
Look at that cascade. That is a
you definitely can't see it on the camera.
That's a Guinness cascade right there, buddy.
You definitely can't see it on the cam. I'm going to hit you this way and see. Maybe if you're lucky, you'll see some of that on the camera. But the cascade is beautiful. Oh, and look, it's got a tempo change to it. It went so aggressive and fast and strong, and now it's slow.
And look at that
thick bubbles.
Perfect line.
Yeah, you're right. The line is completely symmetrical. God damn, that's crazy. Shout out to
is
Steve.
There an ABV on this?
12.2.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, shout out to Steve at Brothers Beer and Bourbon House. I've already talked to him. We do not have something set up yet, but we're in the talks of it. If you go back on our YouTube channel, we don't have a lot of on location episodes, and that's one of them. So if you go to our YouTube channel, One Beer at a Time podcast, make sure you put the podcast part in there. Otherwise, all kinds of other shit comes up. But yeah, when you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see our episode at Beer Sauce Shop in Baldwin. So there was a rebranding that happened recently, and now he is the Brothers Beer and Bourbon House. And we're going to get out there soon, and we're going to talk to Steve, and we'll talk about the rebranding and what's different and what's the same. Holy shit, that smells good. Woo! Oh, my friends. Oh. I should have bought this a long time ago. This is the stout that I've been needing all fucking winter long. We always have good stouts. There's always good stouts, but
you've legit almost rendered me speechless on this one.
This is a ultra fuck yeah.
Yeah, this is
the mountaintop. I've had stouts that I like this much, but I don't know that I'm gonna. Off top of my head, I don't have one in my mind that is definitely better.
This is deep.
And I'm not being specific to the certain style or whatever. You know, this is a barrel aged one with brown sugar and dates. So not being very specific to any certain type of stout, none of that. No, just when it comes to
it is
a strong, full-bodied stout, something that you want when it's cold as fuck outside.
We should have had this 2 days ago. This is deep.
This is probably my favorite one I've had.
It's rich
this season. I love this. Yeah,
this is deep and rich, bursting with flavor. It's a little sugary. It does coat the throat, coat the mouth.
It's a little bit, but it teeters on that line where it's like too sticky, where it's like, I don't really like that part about it.
Yeah.
But it's not too far.
I mean, but goddamn, it
really
looks like
not too
fucking
far.
motor oil.
Oh, but it's got such a rich, smooth, creamy finish. Smooth and crispy. You know, it's like, there's not lactose in it, but like when they add lactose to beer and it's silky like milk.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that. It's like silky, creamy
And
like that.
It holds that head. It holds that line so perfectly. Like, almost like a Guinness does. Just, it's so well crafted.
Oh, man, it's so fucking good. All right, I want to try the other stuff.
We're going to let that sit.
We need another glass, buddy.
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
We need two more. Two more. Because we have another stout.
Yeah.
And it made me very excited to try this because this is the Russian Imperial. And I bought this specifically because I've been craving a Russian Imperial for the last 2 goddamn winters that we haven't gotten Thrails from Urban Chestnut. Yeah. What the fuck? If I'm wrong, friends, tell me I'm wrong and I'll accept the loss and my fault for not keeping up with it. But I did not see Thrails Russian Imperial Stout from Urban Chestnut hit the shelves at all this season or last season. Because I was bitching about it last winter. And that is one of the key beers that fully converted me into a stout drinker. If you follow us from our origin, we started late 19. We launched fully in 20. And by the end of the spring season in 20, I was basically like, holy shit. Holy shit, dude, I like stouts now. Remember?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Center Ice, Puck of the Irish. That was the one that I couldn't stop. I kept fucking going back and buying more of those. And it took me to a point where I was like, dude, I want more stouts. So then later, the end of 2020, when everything started to open up again.
Yeah.
The end of 2020, that's when we had the Thrails and the Four Hands Imperial and there's another one. There's another big winter stout that I can't remember.
The Four Hands with the like
the blueberry
cacao.
There was that one. We bought like 6 bottles of that year.
With the pirate.
Yeah, dude, the map on there. That was the one. And the next year it was a little bit different. And then there was the Thrails, the UCBC Thrails Russian Imperial. And there was another big one that Christmas. It'll come to me. Whatever. Point is, that Russian Imperial Stout was like the icing on the cake that made me a full-on stout guy. So, these are beautiful mugs, bro.
I have never seen those in my life.
Yeah, these are beautiful little mugs.
I have literally never seen those in my life.
Dillon Dam Brewery.
I don't know where those came from.
Get your own damn beer. I don't know, Dylan Dan.
Apparently my wife has been hiding those
and
from me.
we've got Angel McQuad Zion Prom 99. These are like some Facebook Marketplace mugs, bro.
Yeah. Apparently my wife has been hiding.
All right.
I don't know where these came
So,
from.
very excited for this brew. And since we love the one from Deep Sleep with the Triple B collab.
Yeah.
Makes me even more excited for this. So, shout out to our friends at Walnut River. We're going to be in contact very, very soon.
Oh, we got a Walnut River?
Indeed, sir. So, yeah, we'll be in contact with you guys very soon. Love you. Been drinking more and more of your beers recently. So, this is the Kuvalda Russian Imperial Stout from Walnut River.
Nice.
We are at an even 12%, brewed and canned by Walnut River Brewing Company in El Dorado, Kansas.
Oh, goddamn, you hit me with a motherfucker.
Thank you, Walnut River, for your recent shout out and reaching out to us. We will be in contact very soon.
I mean, that's got gorgeous colors to it. It's not motor oil like the last one, but
it's not the same level of thickness, but the color itself is about the same.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I really hope this episode comes through with just a hint of the Viking chants in the background, by the way. We did that on purpose. Just
Viking hit, yeah. It's just ambiance.
Just ambiance. We are Vikings. We are Celts. We are fucking...
We are the warrior cultures embodied.
We are the warrior cultures embodied.
Oh, dude, it smells great. And just talking about thrails, and I haven't had a Russian Imperial Stout in a minute. This is about to hit so good. Yes, buddy.
My friend.
Yes, buddy.
I ask you, my friend, do you know what Moscow offers? Because this is what Moscow offers.
Bro, this...
It's to me, it tastes like thrails.
It's in that realm.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, this is a true Russian Imperial Stout. And that urban chestnut one is supposed to be pretty traditional.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And you know what? Maybe that is because this definitely, it's got its own flavor profile. Definitely tastes different, but it's in that similar realm.
Yeah.
And it really hits those notes that make me love that so much. I needed this beer. It's been cold as fuck, and I hate this fucking weather so much. But if there's anything I love about the cold weather, it's a good goddamn Imperial Stout.
So I made some Guinness chili over the weekend.
Ooh.
It needs some tweaks. It needed a dried ancho chili, and I couldn't find one.
Dude, I love this so much.
It needed a dried ancho chili, but you know what else it needed more? A thicker, heartier stout.
This will do it.
This right here.
This will fucking
The deep sleep is a little too...
Put 4 of them in there?
Here's the thing.
In a big-ass pot?
Like, the problem, like, that deep sleep, as delicious as it is, would overpower a chili.
Well, there's
this right here.
The deep sleep is barrel aged, and it's in a Barton's barrel, so it's got some of that specific flavor, plus
brown sugar.
The brown sugar and the dates that gives it a certain, like, a specific sweetness.
Yeah.
You know, which makes it very, very delicious as an Imperial Stout. But this is more traditional Russian Imperial Stout. It has a dry, bitter heartiness to it that just feels like it complements food.
This would have made...
Deep sleep is fuck a dessert, bro. Give me this. Give me this fucking dragon cereal.
Yeah.
And this is a beautiful beer dessert. Fuck yeah. But this Russian Imperial is like... I compare this with a lot of food.
Yeah.
You know? Like, this is delicious with a steak.
This is making me...
A steak with caramelized onions and shit. Like, it would be so good. You know?
You could make...
hearty breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like a brunch with this brew.
You can make a reduction sauce out of this to drizzle on
that's
steak.
true, too. That's true too. The same way, like when you throw Watch Your Sister sauce in a pan with some olive oil and you reduce it down to where it starts to get sticky.
Yeah.
You can start to cook this down.
You
so
cook
it starts
this down.
to get a little bit sticky.
You take a
get the sugars out of it.
You take a microplane and shave some garlic into this and some onion, and let that reduce down into a sticky, fucking drizzleable sauce.
You know what, friends? We got way wrapped up. So this was supposed to be an Obot short, and it should have been within 15 minutes. It turned into episode 109 inadvertently because you know what we have here. You know what happened. You know why this turned into a whole fucking episode. We have a three-way fuck yeah, brother. And we haven't had this in a while. And if you go back when we did episode 108. Our 108, we specifically talk about how we don't give out fuck yeahs as easy anymore.
Yeah.
And here we sit with a full-on trifecta fuck yeah. I think we're both kind of just like, for real? Like, we're both hit right now. Like, dude, they're all that good. I love them that much.
And when we start talking food pairings, you know we've hit. You know,
that's when you know that we like a beer outside of just drinking the beer to get drunk.
Yeah.
When we start talking about like, oh, this is a beer that I would love to enjoy after, you know, you give it a specific reason, or you're like, ooh, this would be really good with, and you start naming specific shit, you know, that's when it's transcended just being fun to drink.
The only downside I always find to that is like, these are a little bit more expensive, and I'm always a little hesitant. I'd rather drink it than pour this into a fucking Dutch oven.
Right.
And
especially being that like, a lot of times, unless you're making just like a couple of portions, a lot of times, you're gonna need more than you'd like. Yeah, you know.
But you know what
you make a big ass pot of chili or soup, it's gonna take more than one.
But you know what you could do is you could take one of these, reduce it down with the onions and the garlic that you're sautéing in the Dutch oven. Put all your other shit in there, and then pour a Guinness in there just as your liquid. Yeah. You know, you don't have to use.
You know what I'm curious about? How would a stout beer cook down into a roux with some butter and some flour? Because obviously a lot of
it's not a fat, so you'd have to wait until you already have
but that's what I'm saying.
Roux.
Throw your butter in
and use that as a well.
But if you're using a beer like this, like we're talking about a reduction, if you use a beer like this, as long as it's at a low temp and you're slowly cooking it down, you're not burning anything out. This is going to start to get sticky and cook down into not fully a syrup, but you're going to get the sugars to start to come out of the beer.
A smoky ancho chili. A couple other chilies with like an ancho chili gumbo. Where you make your roux and you do 1 cup of this and then beef broth.
That's a good idea.
And then your chilies, your spices, all that. It is going to give you
the super low temp, so you don't reduce this down that much. You just infuse.
You're gonna get.
So you don't cook all the alcohol out. You don't reduce the beer all the way down.
You're gonna cook all the alcohol out.
Well, I guess that no matter what, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
no matter how low it's cooked, or like you give it enough time, that's gonna happen. I just mean like without without making sure you're at the temp for that specific. So like. Keeping it low. Let it happen on its own. Let it reduce on its own.
What you're really going to do is let it infuse into some of the other stuff. So you let it reduce down for maybe a half an hour, and then you add your other stuff back in. So you create your roux.
I gotta go buy more of this. I'm gonna go buy more tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm not fucking playing. I'm gonna go buy more tomorrow. Actually, I'll stop by Steve's tomorrow because that's where I bought these from the Triple B, the Brothers Beer and Bourbon House. Triple B, baby. But that's where I bought both of these. I won't be surprised if he's out of these.
What if?
But he had a good chunk of these when I bought them last week.
And hear me out.
So I'm going to go back. I'm literally going back tomorrow to buy more of these. I'll let you know. If he's got a lot, I'll pick some up.
Hear me out. And this is trademarked. I'm trademarking it right now. We make a gumbo, but we get some St. Louis style ribs and cut them individually. and drop them in there to fall off the bone. You get that bone flavor, you get that pork, and it falls off and it shreds into it with this.
You heard it here, friends. We're going to make it happen.